All right, welcome to my channel. So the first thing that you need to know before you start watching my videos is the purpose of this channel is for education and entertainment, mostly education with some entertainment, and mostly for my students. Really, it's an opportunity for me to showcase my algorithm and for my students to see it working and me to be able to talk about the trades and why I'm taking the trades and things like that. This is not a channel where I'll be showing you that I'm making millions of dollars. So family rules, you won't be seeing that. Some traders out there want to put their stuff out. I don't even know why they do that. Like on social media in a public sphere, hey, look at me, I made 20,000 today, 50,000 today, all that stuff. That will not happen on this channel. The most you'll see me making here is anywhere from 50 bucks to $1,000 in a day would be the most once we get to that level of scaling. And then I'll reset and we'll be looking at 50 bucks and we'll be scaling back to, a thousand a day or so. And we'll just keep resetting that scaling. But family rules will not be showing you on this my social media that I'm making tons of money. Second thing is I'm trading with Thinkorswim. That's my platform that you see here on the screen. So you got my two windows on futures trading. Same thing. It'll be Thinkorswim. So you'll see that I trade futures and the equities market with these videos. I trade based off of my algorithm, the simple switch algorithm, and it's got different settings. Same algo, but different settings for futures market, for equities market, and different types of trading. It's got different settings for it. So I'll be trading off that. Links below if you're interested in learning more about the algo. All the education over there is free, as well as the trading log that you'll see. You can get the link below, which will give you that log, so you can go over there and explore all that stuff. So when you're looking at my screen, okay, and when you're looking at my screen, you'll see these the chart markups, and you'll see yellow. Wherever I put yellow is an entry. So when it's yellow like this, it's the algo ideal entry. And then you may see a yellow like this, and that is where I actually got in, and it'll be touching the candle that I got in on. And then the location. Red are my stops, green are my targets. And then if you want to learn how the algo works so you can better understand what I'm doing when I'm doing my trades, over at the link below, you can go over there and learn all about the algo. It's completely free for that whole education. It's free to learn about my trading plan, my strategy, everything that I teach about trading is free over there. Only thing that costs money is if you decided to buy the algo, then that would cost money. But you can apply a lot of the stuff that I teach over there, including my strategy and trading plan, to your own strategies and help maybe improve your game. So all that is definitely free. I don't charge for any of that education. Only the algo if that's something you decided to add to your list. So then sometimes you'll see on here me doing experiments, which I'm going to try to do another one later on this year when I get a little more time. But I love to do trading experiments. We blow up accounts, but we do it in the purpose of education, showing you that certain trading techniques or strategies sometimes just don't work. And we play with some different concepts and blow up accounts, real accounts, small accounts, but still real accounts. And you'll also see some small accounts as well, like when we do offshore brokers and things like that. So, and then of course, educational videos I'll be putting out as well. So there's a lot of different content here. So if you can give me the like, hit the like button, that would help me a lot with the YouTube. And if you subscribe and hit that bell icon, you can be notified whenever I upload new content. And the last thing, but probably the most important thing, is trading is very risky. Do not place a trade based on what you see here or whatever I say. I'm not telling you what to do. If it sounds like I'm telling you what to do, it's me just thinking out loud. And most traders will lose all of their money. I am strictly speculating. I do not have a crystal ball. So, I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that. So please do not take financial advice from me. This is strictly to talk about how I trade, to teach about how I do things, and for your entertainment. All right, so now the legal stuff is out of the way. Let's get into today's trades. Good morning, everybody. It's July 26th. So I didn't think I was going to trade today, but I made it home in time, jumped in the office, pulled up the charts, and right there was CVS already on the switch with permission to the short side. We traded on the normal day trading strategy to the short side only. And right there we had our switch to the short side. So I jumped into this trade. I jumped in a tad late as I was clicking the button. We got filled down here. So we got a little bit late, which is too bad. Almost 9 cents late. That's actually pretty big. Is what it is, but we're in CVS right now. Hopefully we'll make some money on this. And everything else in the portfolio had already hit this morning. I'll show you what happened to all those trades after we conclude CVS. But so yeah, CVS will be my only trade today. All right, so here we are coming into getting close to our stop. So we're in a lower risk zone here if I want to add to my position with a really high reward. And then if I got to speed bump this, I mean, let's see if I can, let's do this actually. So you can get a better view of what the day looks like. All right, there we are, right? Slid all the way down, have a little recovery, a little M pattern. And then we got this long, slow road back up. So I'm going to go ahead and 600. How many shares do we got right now? 250. 7. I'm going to go with even 1,000. Cancel 2 orders. What's the price right now? 8. I'd like to get it at 11, but I don't know if I want to get that opportunity. We'll see here. Looking at level 2 here. So we still got some more buyers and sellers. I'm going to start trailing in entry here to add to my position. 1 penny spread, pretty nice. So as we get above 11 here, I'm going to start trailing a stop. And then if we get we hit our stop, of course, we'll speed bump. All right, looks like it's becoming lopsided. I'm going to go ahead and put that in at 750 at 83.09. Okay, looks like we're going to get filled. All right, cool. So we're in. So we got filled at 83.08. It's a little bit low. I was hoping to be at least at 9 or 10, but I'll get the 1 penny spread in there. So all right, so cool. So now we got our deal in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and move my average. What is our average now? $83 even. All right, pretty good average. So we're gonna go play it from here, looking for this target again. But if we come down back into this area, I'll be looking to trail a stop for the 750 I just added. So, and then we'll speed bump it if we get to the speed bump territory here. So let's go ahead and, which would be 1,500. Buy. All right. So we got our speed bump in. If it breaks out, which is kind of in a support area, resistance, should be a resistance area. So it's kind of a sketchy spot to put a speed bump in, but I don't want to put it too much higher because that's a lot more risk. So I'll just take it here, and it is what it is if we even get there. I think this is going to roll over and keep going. I mean, and then basically we have our high, and we come down and make a low, lower high, lower low, and I think this is going to be a lower high and a lower low. So I think that's what we're looking at right now. And this, if anything, is forming like a bit of a wedge that I believe is going to break to the downside. So yeah, we'll see if I'm right. All right, cool. So here we are with CVS. So we did get that come back down here. But again, looking at this support area. Now we could be looking for a new trend. So I'm going to go ahead and take this speed bump, cancel it, and put my stop in to the break-even area with this 750 plus maybe a couple bucks short. So I'm going to buy it back. So we'll get, the order we added, the 750 we added, we'll put that in there, and then we'll put our 250 and keep that as intended, to stop or profit, one or the other. But what will happen now is if we do get this 750 out, that'll definitely make our loss much smaller on this trade if this wants to come all the way back up and speed bump. And actually, let me go ahead and cancel that. Well, it's 3 o'clock. I'm not going to speed bump this late in the day because if it comes up, by the time it gets here and hits me, it's going to be really hard for that to come all the way back down. So we'll just call it a loss if we take a loss on it. But yeah, we'll at least let everything ride from this point forward and see if we can really capitalize and make some nice profit on this trade. Low risk for high reward, definitely on this one, right? Because our average is basically $83 even. So from 83, with 1,000 shares, 83 even, and then we're looking at our stop at 83.21. So we're looking at around $210, give or take, based on what happens with slippage and spread and all that. So $210, but then come all the way down here, 82.59, 82.60. We're looking at a 400 and change profit or more, because it could easily bust through there, and we may be able to squeeze more out. So we could be easily looking at 400 plus profit. So it's a pretty good ratio right there. But either way, we also got our protection now, since this did break down like expected. That now, if it does become a loser, it'll be a much smaller loser. So traders, just for my students that are watching this, if I took this trade off the table right now and made $131 with my risk reward starting, based on the scaling ladder anyway, is $100, and I satisfied that 100, I could totally pull this off the table right now and be a good trade. But I don't want to because the market hasn't told me to pull it off the table. It's stop out or win, right? And what I did there by adding and all that stuff just gave me a little buffer, so my loss is smaller. So I want to go for the ride, get the whole thing, stop out or win, or run out of time. But if I was, just not feeling it or whatever, I had stuff coming up, I need to bounce out of here, or whatever it might be, totally a great trade right now to take this off the table. That would, boost my scaling ladder another bar or two, and would totally be fine. So if you're thinking about, getting out, then, go ahead and pop out. But the way I would do it is I would just trail a tight stop. If I was really nervous, I would start trailing a tight stop and let the market get me out when it backs up. So that's just me. That's how I would do it. But just in case you're looking at that saying, man, why could I just take my trade off the table and lock in $160 and get my scaling bar back up and all that? Yeah, totally could do that. I would, like I said, I would do it by trailing my stop. But anyway, so far this is looking pretty good. Hopefully this I'll be looking for new lows, right? We had our high, we had our low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Looking for a lower low, which looks like our target if we don't run out of time first. But we're not there yet. This totally could be like, oop, higher low. Uh-oh, new trend is forming, and we lose our money. So anything can happen at this point, but right now it's looking good. All right, so now we're at 3:30, so we really only have like 15-20 minutes left. So if we have like 4 or 5 candles left here to trade. So there's very little chance it's going to get down here or all the way back up here. So I think now it's time to start to look at locking in some profit here. So we're going to go ahead and start trailing a tight stop. So I'm going to cancel both of these. I'm going to put my 1,000 shares in. Let's do it this way, 500. All right, so I got my 1,000 shares in. I'm going to start trailing just above here, 82.87. So when I'm going up and down the ladder, you can see my line moving on the chart. I'm going to go just above that candle and put that stop in right there. All right. So there we go. So we're going to start trailing this tight stop. But like I said, we only got like 4 candles left before I really want to be out of this trade. I do not want to get stuck in the last 5-minute candle. So yeah, so there we go. And then that gives me plenty of time to check, make sure I don't have any open orders and like everything is good before the market closes. And then I can feel pretty good going into the night without being in trade overnight like I was last week. So I do not want that to ever happen again. So although it worked out good, it might not have worked out good. So we'll trail this stop. And like I said, we're still locking in more than $100, which is awesome. That the risk reward was at 100, so we did better than that. So it's a great day. All right, there we go. So we're out. Got our 122. Yeah, sure we were at 160, and wish I had that extra money, all that. I don't care. I got my $100. I'm gonna go put that in the log. $122, and we'll talk about the rest of the day, and we'll show you where we're at with the trading log. All right, so let's review the day. So markets closed. Here's QCOM. So, and I showed up to the market late today, so CVS ended up being my only trade, which worked out to be fantastic. So QCOM, we have our switch, which we trade on the switch, and then we'll speed bump it. So QCOM, we would have had 2 losers today. Man, QCOM, not so good. Now, QCOM doesn't have a great success rate. It only has about a 65 to 70% success rate, but it gives me a high trade frequency. So in the end, I could still make a lot of money with QCOM, but the better part is I always have ability. I mean, it trades almost every day. So there's always opportunities to make content and to teach from that content. So, but yeah, so QCOM, we had our switch. We would have speed bumped it and took a loss in the speed bump. Would have been a double loser. So good thing we didn't take that trade. JD, we trade JD on the switch back. So we got this little weirdness happening right here. So switch back. We would have took JD right there, which would have been a winner as long as we had our stop below these candles looking at the support area. But if not, because, who knows, trading's 2020 in the emotional moment, you don't see all this. You don't know what you would do. So we'll say JD was a double loser. So 2 in a row. Man, we could have got beat up bad today. Good thing we didn't trade earlier. So anyway, so there we go. So JD will go in as super premium, QCOM super premium, APPS. So APPS here we trade on the switch, and it's Sometimes a switch back, and mostly the simple switch with permission. And right here we have our switch to the long side with permission, and it's a loser. So, but we would have speed bumped this thing and made our money back, at least a little bit of our money back. So not a great day if we would have traded everything. Here's NUG. We trade this on a simple switch day trading strategy to the long side only. So we got a switch right here with permission. And there's no speed bumping NUG. HTB. Loser. All right. Look at all these losers. I picked a good day not to trade. All right. So let's see. I really pick it. My schedule picked it for me, but it's working out great. And then the one trade that we did trade, CVS, still not a winner. You know, it never hit the target. I mean, it's a winner. It would have been a green trade if I would have got out in this area. You know, if I didn't add just straight up algo play, this would have been closed out, break even, maybe even for a small loss. So it worked out great that we made $122 today instead of losing like $600 today. So a fantastic day to miss. Tomorrow I will be here, and there's lots of super premiums on the board. So this could be the week. Could be the week. Let's go look at the log. Let's see what happens if we have a great day tomorrow and the next couple days. All right, so here's our log. CVS, put that $120 in there. Pretty sweet. And then, yeah, can we window this down, this 898 losing month, and turn it into a green month? Let's see if we can do it. All right, so scaling ladder. Scaling ladder, we're not quite to the 150 level yet. Man, it would be so perfect right now to be scaling up with those super premiums. But we're not there yet. So tomorrow we're still at 100 until we get the green bar that says 150. Again, this if you haven't seen my other videos, this automatically does everything for me. There's a link in the description where you can get this log if you're interested. And yeah, so check it out. So there we go. So 150, one more bar, and we'll be there. So tomorrow, if we have a great day, I mean, we really could boost. You know, we could get 4 of these, $400 maybe tomorrow. So maybe pick up 3 of these, 2 or 3 of these, which would be pretty sweet. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And then let's go check out the dashboard. And the dashboard. So overall, because we have some other trades in the mix, we're looking at $1,048 losing so far for the month. But we can make that come back. So these dashboards, again, if you haven't seen these videos in a while, are composed of futures market, day trading, and swing trading. So all 3 of those accounts are reflected here. So having a red month so far for July, not trading all the days I could have traded, missed a lot of days, or would probably be way in the green. But we got a few days left. It could still be a green month. We'll see. We'll see. Coming down to the wire. All right, everybody. Have an awesome night. See you tomorrow.